Good morning, my brothers and sisters, and all my friends. We have already completed the series India as the Leader of 21st Century. This morning, we are starting a new series which will empower every one of you and will transform you into the master of your own life, the master of your own destiny. I invite you, I invoke you, my brothers and sisters, and all my friends from all over the world, walk with me. And please do read every post religiously if you want to be the master of your own destiny. In this series, I'm going to tell you and talk about the way, the method, the process of self-transformation, of self-divination. And in this series of talk, I will motivate you, I will reason with you, and I would like to maneuver your consciousness towards the truth of existence. My dear friends, there are so many wrong concepts and the baggage of past we are carrying on our own shoulders. There are 3 steps in this talk which will go side by side and help you for the self-purgation. That's the first stage. Self-purgation is to throw away the baggage of the past, the dead weight we are carrying on our shoulders because of the faulty belief systems, because of many manipulations done in the religious philosophy, in the social philosophy, by few people for their own convenience. So there had been so much and so many concepts which are wrong, which are detrimental, which are self-destroying, and which make a human being as a slave, as a victim. In my series, you will transform yourself from the victim to a volunteer, from a slave to a free man, a free human being. Because of wrong concepts, our parents are also carrying those wrong concepts and those wrong beliefs. And they raise us, they give us the sanskaras, which become precognitive commitments in our mind, and they become part of our personality and part of our character, which decides our interaction with the outside universe. And not only with outside universe, but the interaction we carry on within ourselves because of those wrong concepts. And whole life, we keep on manipulating ourselves. Whole life, we keep on self-deceiving ourselves. because we are so scared to see the light of reason. We are so scared to see the light of truth, because we are so locked into through the PCC, precognitive commitments given to us from the wrong beliefs of our parents, the wrong parenthood, irresponsible parenthood. So we are going to talk about how a human soul can become its own image, its own nature, and how our mind could achieve that state of infinite freedom, of a cosmic volunteer, and a cosmic responsible entity, an organism. How could we do that? So in this series, we are going to talk about different aspects of our existence, and we are going to establish ourselves as the cosmic volunteers on earth rather than cosmic victims. So at the end of the series, I promise you, if you could maneuver yourself along with me, and if you can meditate on my words, believe me, my brothers and sisters, my friends, you will stop complaining about life. Because a victim complains, a volunteer only suggests. A volunteer never complains. There had been a story in Bible about Job. And Job had a nature that he complained whole his life. These two characters in Bible are very special characters, which tell us about the human nature. So Job used to complain all the time. He would see the reason or an excuse to complain in every situation, every event, and anything, good or bad. For him, it was a great occasion to complain. So he complained all his life. So we are going to come out of the great syndrome of complaints, because only a victim complains. A volunteer never complains. And we are the cosmic volunteers, not the victims here. Another story is of the doubting Thomas. We are like the doubting Thomas. Why? Because we begin with the attitude of victims, believing that somebody has pushed us here on earth. We have come here as a victim of our past karma, or somebody up there is trying to take advantage of us, or trying to enjoy his sadistic nature to put us in the trouble. When we say this whole world is the world of suffering, it is not. We create the suffering. We create the victim entity in our own mind. And we create the doubts. Because when you are a victim, the second stage for you is to doubt. When you are not a victim, when you are a volunteer, for you, every occasion, every event is to do good or do accordingly your mission of being volunteer. So you look at an event and a situation and an occasion and an object with the eyes of a volunteer, what you could do with it, how to interact with it, and what best you could do that. So my dear friends, because of our baggage we carry on our shoulders of the past, of the wrong beliefs, of the wrong teachings, and the manipulation of the ages, we become the victims of existence. Can you imagine? The Mother Nature, which has given us infinite freedom of existence, we take our own decision. We decide our interaction with the universe. Not only just action, but even within our mind, through our thoughts, through our words, and through our deeds. And we begin with the way we look at the world. If we look at the world with the attitude of a victim, and not a volunteer, not a cosmic volunteer, believe me, you will be like a doubting Thomas. And you will see something wrong everywhere. You will see everything is a suffering. And you are the poor victim. And everyone is pushing you. That's not the right way. How could we say in one breath, Aham Brahmasi, I'm like Brahman. I'm like God. I'm made in the image of God. How could we say that in one breath, and next breath we say, I'm a victim? There is no victim in the whole universe. Trust me, believe me, all the energies of the universe are the volunteers, cosmic volunteers. And they decided their work. And how all it happens? It happens with our own resolution, our own sankalpa, what we want to make out of our life. And where we exist all the time. Which that station? Do we stay here in our thoughts as a victim? If we stay like a victim in our virtual world, in our subtle world, in our mental world, believe me, we will create the world of victims all around us. So my dear friends, in this series, we are going to talk about how to become the master of your own destiny. What are those methods? Which is that process which will take us from a victim to a cosmic volunteer, from a slave of the situations to a free being. And we all will be staying in our own body. I want to remind you that no one wants to stay in their own body. What an irony. Everyone wants to copy somebody in Hollywood or in Bollywood or some kind of a preconceived form, an idea of the beauty. What an irony. We always pretend what we are not. We never take the responsibility of our being here. So in this series, we are going to talk about those processes, the methods, the means we could employ, the attitude to transform ourselves into the cosmic volunteers and have a fruitful and creative existence for the good of ourselves and for the good of everybody. So I invite you and I invoke you, please do come, and you are welcome to this series, how to become the masters of our own destiny and of our own life, and how to establish in that great station of image of God, that image which is true like a soul, the true station of human existence. So my dear friends, I invite you for this series, how to be the master of your own destiny, of your own life. Thank you very much and have a very, very beautiful day. Have a very, very beautiful morning. Thank you very much, my brothers and sisters.